Hey, I'm Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California, here today to show you how to use your hands in handstands. First things first, the heel of your palm is what you use to press up and hold yourself up. Fingertips is what you use to come down or stop yourself from flipping over. Before we examine what handstand hands look like, let's contrast it with plank hands. Now, plank hands are the same as any hand position when you do not have to deal with balance. In this scenario, you'll see that the palms stay all the way flat. The fingers are fully extended and the first knuckle of the pointer finger is on the ground, okay? All of these come together to create a nice stable base for, again, any position where there's pressure on the hands, but there is no balance involved. When it comes to handstand hands, we're going to examine the three different positions. One would be entry, one is on the hold, and one is when we're coming down. You'll see how each of these aspects of the handstand is going to use the hands in a different fashion. But it always comes back to the same concept. The heel of the palm presses you up and keeps you up, and fingertips bring you down and stop you from flipping over. The first part we're going to look at is the entry. Watch my hand specifically as I show you 5 entries, each one a little bit more complex than the one behind it. Starting with just a basic kick, then moving into the tuck press, the straddle press, the pike press, and finally the jump from dog. You'll see that each one, as it becomes more intense on the entry, so too will you see more and more movement and negotiation from the hands, using the heels of the palm to press me up and the fingertips to stop me from flipping over. Now, the real fun comes in when we talk about the actual handstand hold. Here I'm going to do about 2 1-minute holds so you can see how the hand position is actually going to sort of shift and work harder as I get a little more tired, a little less balanced. The hands are really going to start to kick in. You can notice particularly on the left side, look how those knuckles are sort of lifting up. Why? Because I am clawing the ground, like I'm trying to dig my fingers right into the floor. Remember that when you press into the fingertips, that's the action that stops you from flipping over. So when things start to feel a little imbalanced, watch how the fingertips are going to work harder and harder. From the side, you can see how my fingertips are even turning yellow. I am pressing into them so much. Watch all this activity because at this point, I've been in a handstand for about 2 minutes. I'm getting a little bit tired. My hands are really working hard to keep me up. Watch now the heel of the palm. Can you see how the body weight is sort of shifting back and forth, in and out of the heel of the palm? Every time that I feel like I'm going to fall back down to my feet, the heel of my palm presses to stop me from coming out of the handstand. But if I press too hard and I think I'm going to flip over, that's when my fingertips are going to take over. Remember, anytime that you think you're going to flip over, there are 2 things you can do to stop you. One is what you're seeing here. Dig your fingertips into the floor like crazy. You're going to get such strong fingers from this. And the other one is look forward, look up, and open up your collarbones, okay? These are the important things to stop you from flipping over. Then, of course, there are the exits. Here I am with 4 different exits, starting from the easiest one leg down, then getting a little more intense with the straddle, and then lowering to crow and lowering through the pike. You'll see that with each successive exit, just like we did with the entries, the fingertips are going to be working harder and harder to stop me from flipping, and the hands are going to get more and more intense. One thing to remember that most people forget is that the action of coming down actually is exactly the same in the hands as the one as coming up. Why? Because we are still trying to balance. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you're going to press hard into your fingertips to come down, because if you press hard into your fingertips, you're going to slam down. We don't want to slam. We want to float. And all float is going to require that we resist gravity. How do we resist gravity? Heel of the palm, heel of the palm, heel of the palm. In the hands, do not change the actions from coming down as from going up. The only thing that's going to be different is which direction your body is moving in. If you really want to master your handstands, I've got dozens of tutorials here on YouTube. And when you're ready to take your whole practice next level, to learn the flexibility, the strength, and the balance to take you into just about any pose you could imagine, be sure to check out my Union Fit channel of full-length vinyasa classes. They are guaranteed to level you up. This is Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified every time that I have a new video. Happy yogaing!